That's for what?
Local.
Give me an ability.
What is it? Nobility? Okay, it's even worse, but let's go.
Can't be worse than that fucking roll 13. Bloody hell.
19.
Since we started the session, okay, this is the first roll on D20 that was above 10.
Nice.
Okay, so basically you didn't heard Matt because, as you said, you don't keep contact with many of the dwarven settlements, but you think this particular letter comes from underground Ironheart stronghold.
Okay. Right now, Ot is pretty confused what the dwarves, what the Ironheart would possibly want with her.
You don't I mean, this is the name that it's not connected to your clan name.
No, okay.
It just sounded cool for the stronghold of the dwarves.
Which is the reason I choose the name anyway. Anyway, it sounds cool. But
so,
yeah, okay.
do you open the letter?
Of course.
Alright, so because my throat still hurts and I don't want to think shit up of the entire, what's written. Long story short, it's a marriage proposal.
Oh my god. Ooh, awesome.
Like, what the fuck is this shit?
No.
Can I be your best man?
Oh.
For fuck's sake, fucker, where did you come from?
Can I DJ?
Like, what the hell?
Basically, what you understand from the letter, the guy that writes it, he's not a king, but he probably is the leader of the stronghold. Basically, he writes down that even though this place wasn't created by your clan, one thing I need to remind myself: are you the last one of your clan, or there are more survivors of the Ironhearts?
Exciting.
She has a brother somewhere, but she hasn't met him in half her lifetime. So, as far as she knows, he's dead. So, essentially, she has a brother who's most likely dead. So yeah, she thinks she's the last one. Yes.
Okay, so they have the same mindset. Like somehow they learned well. At this point, I think party in some part of the world acquired some kind of fame, so they might hurt your name. So basically, what his reason to write to you is, aside from to give you marriage proposal to AOT, is that to honor the once great and honorable clan of Ironheart, it is suitable for the Ironheart lady to be wed in the Ironheart stronghold and be made and to give birth to the royalty of the Ironheart stronghold and to be queen to the first king of the Ironheart.
Shit, you got to get on that, baby.
You know what? And reading from the letter, you can give me sense motive if you want.
Yeah, to be entirely honest, all this is about as suspicious as it gets. But yeah, I'll do a sense motive.
IoT, you got to get on that, bitch. You got to start. We need a queen in our party.
30.
30. Okay, I don't have the sheet prepared for this guy. This is just random dude that I thought of just now. But let's just
he probably
say
has pretty good not forgery, but lies. But Ozzy would be really, really, really suspicious because it doesn't really add up.
Yeah, I mean, you think that yes, you would be made queen, but as what's the word? That you wouldn't have any real power. You would be just a queen to make a king, so that the king would have legitimacy.
Yeah, pretty much what I thought.
Your legitimacy comes from the barrel of your gun, yeah?
That's more or less my legitimacy.
Considering you think that the guy who wrote to you just wants...
essentially, as far as Oti, what Oti thinks, is the only reason he would possibly marry me is because my clan came from royalty, but they were exiled, and the only reason he would possibly want to marry her is to get the legitimacy of a former king in order to have a chance at becoming the Dwarven king.
Yeah,
Well,
to crown himself.
that's what royal marriages are about. What did you expect?
That was kind of
Yeah, with that sense motive beating his bluff, yeah, that's exactly what you think. That's just a ploy for his not pleasure, but
his desire. He doesn't care about me. He simply wants the title.
yeah.
Well, of course, he's never met you. How the hell's he going to know whether you're nice or not?
Yeah, that's the thing. In the letter, there's like I heard many great stories about you. Your fame spreads far and wide, and yada yada yada.
She did have to kill a lot of people, to be fair.
To be entirely honest, if I'm not entirely wrong, this says nothing about what I did, only that he's heard of me, because he hasn't really checked up what I did, only that he knew that one former like child of the former king was here, and that's the reason he's sending the letter.
So what are you planning to do with this?
Well, the first thing is understanding exactly how sarcastic she can be without getting somebody to kill her.
Oh, God damn it. Oh, man.
To be entirely honest, I could probably write a letter between the sessions, essentially what I write to him. I could write in Skype or something like that.
You don't need to write the exact word by word. Just give me the what would be the message sent in that letter. Like, go fuck yourself, dude, in the nice word.
Don't start a war. Don't start another war.
Let's do this. No, I really want. She's really, really, really tempted to write something really, really dry and sarcastic. Essentially, if you were the kind of caliber to be king, you wouldn't need excuses or something like that. But
Okay, I can buy that if you do that.
Yeah, that's okay. Fuck it, I'll do it. I could write the letter, but essentially it's along the lines of a coward who hides behind false words and lies. You should, not essentially like that, but somebody who needs the legitimacy of a fallen king isn't really going to become the king of an dwarf. Damn it, this is what I kind of wanted to write.
I know what you are trying to say.
That's a really good thing, but it might actually encourage him, which is interesting.
This would be fucking...
Tiny, but fierce. I like her.
Oh my god. He's fucking... Anyway, dwarves aren't exactly the tallest, but oh well.
I know. Oh fuck, my throat. Okay,
yeah,
so
essentially.
you are giving him the response like that, and probably the letter goes away sometime later on the eagle crow or something.
Yeah, that's interesting, man.
That's the funny thing in fantasy worlds, that unless you are high level mage and have teleportation circles everywhere and telepathy, the time the time needed for a message to get from one point to another is kinda long.
Yeah. But the truth be told, he's a noble, he should be able to hire a mage. Unless he thought so lowly of me, he sent the letter.
Well,
actually, I just realized that he probably doesn't know where I am and simply sent out, somebody to deliver the letter, said, don't come back without a reply. He's been chasing me across the entire continent for the last week.
Probably some kind of courier or something. I mean, this is at some point in time, not exactly right after you returned from the fight with Weston, so it just happens at some point. Somehow you get the message.
Yeah.
Okay, so unless you have any ideas for the scene, I will switch to Genhiro because I also have something for him.
Yeah, I don't truly. If anything happens later, I'll react to it. But since I don't even met the king, I can't really react to it anymore. So yeah, over to Genhiro.
Yep.
Okay, so also at some point in time, but before the annual general guild meeting and the ritual to acquire eternal template or not, the Ramus, your lady, sends you a message asking you to meet her. And she's saying she's currently at the place where your village will be. Because the work on your village is getting on. If you arrive, do you arrive at the place?
Oh, at first I thought that you were talking about the old village where Genker was born.
No.
But
Your sanctuary that is getting built
yeah.
at the Dragon Island. Okay.
So I go there.
Yep. So obviously Tadeusz the carpenter and his crew are working day and day. It's going on schedule. The foundations and most of the walls are getting done. So yeah, you think they will be done on schedule with all of the buildings you told them to do.
Mm.
And yeah, at some secluded point in the village, the Ramus meets you privately. Is without her party manners. Of course, she greets you with a nice long kiss, and yeah, she like there's some food and drinks. Either he or you or she prepared them.
Right.
And basically, she starts like. You immediately know that the topic of the talk is about the upcoming general meeting and this entire thing with being immortal or not. So, Ramus asks, so, do you know if you're gonna accept this gift on ritual or not?
Genker kinda looks at a general direction, kind of looks deep in thought, and answers, whatever the answer, things are going to change from now on.
Okay.
Yes, that's obvious seeing what's happening in the world. But you are your own man, and I like that in you. But if I can say something as your current partner, I do wish and like if you decide to accept this gift, like accept the ritual. I think you are the first person in a long time that I want to spend eternity with.
It's funny, really. For so long I have always been afraid to love again. Seeing how the last people that I truly cared for were taken from me so harshly. But now, with this whole immortality thing, I honestly don't know how to feel about it. I mean, this whole world is going to age while we don't. How am I supposed to feel about that?
I think, well, it's up to you. How do you feel about it? I can say how do I feel about like living for so long. Just before she continues, like question to Kenshiro as a DM. Have you told her anything about your background, like what happened to your village or something?
I believe I've told bits and pieces. I know I've told her about the Phantom Troop.
Yeah, that also, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know that Genkairo is kind of afraid to face them.
Okay. like from time to time she might pry, like asking you more, but she's not pushing. She clearly sees, knows, and feels that this is still a harsh, like your past is still like painful to you, so she's pushing about learning about it. So yeah, she continues that, well, yes, not, that's the thing with time, like if we preserve, then everything else around us comes and goes, the cycle continues, we see our friends getting older and older and then passing away, but then if you are able to move on, accept what you became, what's your role in the world, that we were chosen by we were chosen, I don't know, I don't want to say we are chosen by the gods, powers, whatever, that if we are able to move on and then we find, meet new people, probably find new friends, defeat new foes, and yes, this world will age, its inhabitants also, but if we survive the upcoming months and years, and when the tree itself, which maybe at this point in time, if you, at the very good weather, if you look far to the north, like quite up, you might see a looming visage of the Yggdrasil still growing on the horizon. If the tree allows us, like connects our world, because we assume that the other parties also might know, as Marius, the guildmaster, they talk about stuff, so they might know what's going to happen when the tree connects, finally grows, so that this world will be connected to others. But even if this world will age, I believe, I know that there are still others. There are many other worlds that we can visit, explore, learn together with you, Kenkiro.
Which brings me to my second and most difficult question yet. And he takes out a gold ring and gets down on one knee.
Oh my god.
And you see that basically her face becomes like a sun, like she's smiling so brightly. She's like you feel like for an edgy character who has so much angst and suffering about his past, there's like a ray of sun piercing through that angst and darkness of your soul when you look at her face. And she's like, for a moment there's like a, oh, Kira, and she like throws herself at you, like give you a big hug and starts kissing you all over the face. I accept you folks, you dumpy folks, of course I accept.
And have her make a strength check.
You collapse on the ground. But yeah.
You should weigh a ton with all the shit.
Your sin weights you down.
You should weigh about 300 pounds with your high strength and the crap you're carrying around.
Yeah.
And she's like,
fat fox, Steve.
You know,
Even though you're a little fox, you're horrifying.
Oh my god. Imagine a 300-pound fox walking around.
maybe a short time later, when she's calmed down a little bit, like she's still smiling happily, and I believe like given time, I don't care how many with you, few dozen years, few hundred, we'll be able to figure out, because I don't know if Genkiro remembers, but there was a talk with her on one of the previous sessions long time ago, that because of the probably template or something, for now she's unable to bear children. So now she says that given time, I believe, and she takes your hand and places on her belly, I believe we might overcome every obstacle, and if you want children, we will be able to have a real family, given time.
That's alright. I can wait.
So,
And
yeah, go
so
go
yeah,
ahead.
mind getting off me now?
Jesus.
I mean, yes, she got off and she's like curious.
Yeah.
So, have you already plans for our wedding ceremony? Do you know who you're gonna invite?
Well, obviously Lysander, Auti, the rest of the girls. Perhaps, I don't know. How do you feel about a rock band playing at the playing at the wedding?
Ah, you mean those... I mean, if it's them, then of course I heard them once or twice, and they are really good, and I like their music, and they are members of our guild, so you might say our guild was like our foster family for us. So I wonder
Yeah.
if we can make a part of the ceremony in our guild building, but that's on. But I don't know how you feel about it.
Well, I'm sure we can fit a wedding aboard the what was it? Aboard Legion, if we have to. But
The Flying Castle, yes.
But unless you feel like doing it right now, I say we finish building the city first.
I agree. I mean, if and like she still so curiously, I remember I understood it correctly that you're giving me this ring. It means you will accept the ritual.
I don't think you have any choice right now.
I've been thinking long and hard about it, and I do believe it's the most logical course of action.
Oh, Genkiro, I understand it with your logic, but sometimes, and she places hand on your chest near the heart. Sometimes listen to the voice of your heart, and I believe you're asking me for a marriage. Your heart says you love me, and I love you too, and I want you to be with you for as long as possible. And accepting this ritual will help with that. And of course, I will help you with your village and live here, help with the citizens. We will have a really great future together. I'm sure of it. So, do you mind breaking the news to the others? Or do you want to keep it as a surprise?
Let's keep it a surprise for now. And Genkiro kind of lets out a sly, foxy smile.
Okay, I agree, my dear future husband.
Well then, shall we get back to business, future wife?
Ah, yes, we still have a word to save and do some other stuff. Yeah, that's the
Right.
for the scene. Unless you want to check on the Thaddeus and the rest of the guys.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, Tadeusz is like sees you. Hello, Mr. Genkiro. As you can see, everything's going according to schedule.
Good man, Thaddeus, good man.
So, can I help you with something?
Checking up on the project so far. No problems, I take it.
Yeah, it's going really, really nice. We don't have any troubles for now. You paid good money, so you have good results. We don't have troubles getting resources, manpower. We have people to work. Even with all of this thing with refugees and chaos on the world, we will finish your sanctuary, your village, in time. We don't have, thankfully, we don't have troubles with any wild animals or other monsters. The area around here is calm and peaceful.
Good. This shall not only be a sanctuary for men, but for animals too.
Yes, of course.
Mm-hmm. And apparently somebody's coughing in the background.
Yeah.
Hey, whoever's coughing, get back to work.
Yes, like, well, it smells foxy here somewhat. But yeah, basically I imagine like your sanctuary is built somewhere close to the forest, in the, peaceful, like, not utopian, but idyllic countryside or something.
Yeah.
Maybe south to the Dragon Heart or something. Or of course, of course the water.
Yeah.
Of course, whoever you decide who shall be welcome here will be welcome. After all, after we finish, it will be your village.
Yeah. Yes, my village. And he kind of gives a blank look and goes back in thought. Here you can see that he's remembering something from the past. But anyway.
Just so you know, Mr. Genkiro, if you want us, after we finish the job, if you want us in the future to do some more building, to make your village a city, maybe even to make it bigger, you know where to find me.
I take it you're stationed in Dragonhide for now?
Yes, I live in that city since my birth.
Oh, good.
Well, you can say this carpeting business is a family tradition of mine. Not of mine, it's just family tradition. My father was a carpenter, my grandfather was a carpenter, and yada yada. It goes on and on.
You keep talking for 15 minutes. Grandfather
Nah,
was a carpenter.
it's just looking, you know how this goes, like Mr. Genkiro.
Yes, I know.
Family business is a family business.
What did you say?
It starts from the beginning. My grandfather was a carpenter. My grandfather was a carpenter.
Nah, after he said that he lives in Dragonhide since birth, he just says that this carpeting business is it's family business.
Yeah. So.
Anything else I can help you with, Mr. Genkiro?
Not for now. But if I ever need anything that needs a building in the city, I'll be sure to call you.
Yeah.
Write a letter or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be grateful and honored, Mr. Genkiro. And now, if there's nothing else, I shall return to work and make sure my men are working properly.
Right?
Great.
Oops. Big question. Big question answered. We're gonna have a wedding.
Are you talking to yourself or to us?
To
You
you,
haven't
of
told
course.
us yet.
Are we going to have a wedding? What the hell?
Now give me a second. I need to figure out what to do next.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Are we still in town the next morning?
Oh, the town is gone and we're stuck out in the desert. Yes, we're in the town in the morning.
I mean,
In that
you
case,
can be.
Here's the thing.
I
I
had an idea for next scene, but if you have something else to do,
Well,
go
I
ahead.
want to wait the next morning. I feel super guilty about Mercutio and the boys.
Okay, so we are going with that scene next morning after, because remember that scenes we do not specify when it happened. It just happened at some point in time. It only Genkiro scene was before the ritual of the guild. Okay, so the next morning, Lysander, what do you do? Do you wanna find? You probably will able to find Mercutio without much trouble.
Well, if not, my other plan was that Genkiro had robbed his stuff, so I just use it for scrying.
I think he took coins and he.
Oh, did he
used
take
them.
coins? I thought he took like some other personal items, but it doesn't matter. Anyway,
No.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not a
right,
big
what I'm
trouble
going to
to
do
find him.
is because I want to make him feel useful and part of a gang. So,
Yeah, basically when you find him, if you.
so here's the thing. I'm going to turn up in impressive form, in like ice body and flying and shit.
Yeah, okay, but do you want to find him like in the morning or later?
In the morning. In the morning. This is first thing in the morning.
Okay, so basically when you find him, he's just jackhammered. He has massive hangover.
All right. So here it is. I know the leader of the elf rangers and stuff in Treehaven who are guarding this area, don't I? Because they came along.
You knew the refugees from the Isena, and some of them, yeah, they went there. I know, yeah, we decided on the names of a few guys from the Isena, but I already forgot.
Anyway, the point is, Matt, what I want to do is, because I'm basically a highest level guy, and he's a low level sort of rogue, I want to basically do what happens in reverse, and be the guy to send him on a quest. I think he'll make him more invested, and he won't slag me off around town. If him and his mates, I send them to Treehaven with a letter to make themselves useful according to the guard, and maybe make them they're low-level rogues, so they can do something like scout the Ironheart stronghold, or do something useful. No, not a suicide mission, just a scouting mission, and I'll put aside some coins for them when they return successfully. Basically, I want to make them feel useful, and I'll pay them.
I mean, yeah, those two other guys, they seem like they're gonna accept straight up, but Mercutio is like, he's like ramming his tempo, he's not shouting, he's like quiet because his head is thumping because he has massive hangover. And he's like,
Well, I don't know what you suppose I'd do about it. I'm all arcane, I can't fix any of that crap.
he like looks at
Can
you,
light him on fire,
he
that'll
hears
help.
you like saying all of this stuff.
Oh, no,
Why should I do that?
because money, and I want you to feel part of this. I want you to feel that you and other Greycoat people are important and welcome here, and there is work for you.
Who's gonna pay me?
Me. Don't you worry.
And when?
When you get back, I'll put some cash with the captain of the guard in this town and tell him to pay you when you return with these scouting details.
He's like, He checks his like all of his stuff. He counts if there's any money left for him. Apparently there's almost nothing left. He just sighs in a long suffering way.
Alright, fine.
Alright then. I will do what you want. I don't know why.
It's not so much what I want, man. I want you to listen to me. This place is going to be a fortress against all the horrible, evil stuff going on in the world, and all of us who are together are going to have to be look after each other in a way, and that is my duty towards you guys, Mercutio, towards my old friends in Greycoat. But you need to do something for me, and that is some scouting work and work with the elves. Make sure that we are on top, right? Do it.
You and your... Okay, do you have that fucking thing, the letter that I need to get to that tree heaven, or do you still writing it? Well,
yeah,
when can I go there?
Yeah, give me a minute. I actually at this point start scrolling down some crazy shit. I don't know what it is. I'll just write it up, some stuff. Say, this guy is... Basically, all I need to do is put my seal on it, is the important bit, isn't it? Basically, it says, give this guy some scouting job. He's a thief and a scoundrel, but he's stealthy and he's smart. So set him to work scouting, and when he's done a decent job of work, tell him to report back to the town by recommendation and absolute authority of Lysandra Anopheles, Eternal Wanderer, signed off, sealed. That's to the leader of the refugee elves in the forest. Boom.
Alright. Okay.
I said for the duration of the day to get you there, you probably will be fine for the time being. But I'll cast a. Is he wearing armor?
Some probably very light one.
No, okay. Well, I'll cast him a pass without trace and a protection from evil, because that will last. Both of them will last all day, and give him a little bit better to make the journey, to make it a little bit safer.
Okay. I mean, I don't have any horses, so.
Do you know? Oh God.
Do you want me to go there by foot or?
Wait a second. Give me 15. Thing is, if I waited 15 minutes, I could learn mount. Oh, screw it! I'll just rent one. I'll rent one for him with the stuff from the stables. However much it takes.
Yeah, honestly, I don't remember how much gold do you pay for renting a horse.
It's probably less than a gold coin, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so you rent horses for them.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how much it is, but basically I just want to set them on the way and make sure that if they need arrows and crap like that.
I mean, from what you heard, the area around here, the Dragon Island, even with the refugees coming in, is still considered very safe area without like monsters roaming around. After all, this is the fucking Dragon Mountain in the middle is a home to like entire clan of golden dragons.
I appreciate that, but I just figured that when he goes out and he's sent to meet the refugee field commanders, they can give him a job of work that'll be useful, and he'll feel involved.
Yeah, okay, I get that. Like
it's basically from our PR that he gets to feel kind of part of our group.
Yep. They go to Tree Heaven. You'll see them off. And they are prepared. And they go.
It did occur to me that I could have just teleported them there, but whatever, fine.
I mean, your teleport needs to be used to some better thing.
Yes, I know, but it's just...
He's not important enough for a teleport.
Actually, do you know what? There is a problem with